Hey, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. On this video, we're going to talk about house hacking 101, all the different ways to make money with your home. Thanks so much for watching. So this video, it's all different ways you can make money with your home. So whether you are a current homeowner or a first-time home buyer, this video is for you because we're going to go over every different strategy and technique to how to make money with your home. And it's maybe a little long. I did cram a lot into this video, so you may have to come back or skip around. I put some timestamps so you can hop around, or what I do is put some earbuds in and just listen to this as I do other things around the house and drive around. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead here and share my computer screen, and we're gonna get right into this presentation. I don't wanna waste any time. All right, so house hacking 101. That's what this is gonna be about. And I just wanna welcome you really quick here to my channel. This channel is for those who want to be wealth and become rich. Now, just so you know, a lot of people become wealth through real estate. How? Whether they own a home and give it to their family, or own a home and then they sell it or take cash out to start a business. There's a lot of money you can make in real estate, whether you're just a first-time home buyer owning one home, you can build some wealth, or if you're an investor and you're buying more homes. So there's a lot of ways you can be rich with real estate. Also, this channel is for those that are first-time home buyers. So that's my specialty. That's my passion. I love working with first-time home buyers. I love holding their hand, getting them through the process, and getting them to that closing table. This channel is also about having great credit and assets. So you need credit and you need assets to be a player in the real estate game. And this channel is going to help you get both of them. Okay. So first I want to talk about, like, what is house hacking? What is house hacking? So what is it? That's a good question. Like, what is house hacking? Okay. And house hacking is finding ways to generate income from your existing home. Okay. So that's house hacking. And it refers to the concept of utilizing your home property to generate additional income and encompass ways, strategies, and methods to monetize your living space and maximize earning potential. Okay, so that's basically what house hacking is in a nutshell. And the thing about house hacking, which makes it so unique, is that you already own the home. You already got to make a mortgage payment no matter what. So if you have some extra space or a little creativity, you might as well make some extra money. And later I'll show you how to use that extra money to really level up. Okay. So, and I want to first say this too. You don't have to house hack. Okay. You don't have to. So don't feel like you have to, but, and the reason why you don't have to is because homes on average, and this is historically, appreciate 3 to 5%. Okay. So just by owning your home, just by, taking care of it, it's going to go up 3 to 5%. Okay. So don't feel like you have to house hack or have to use your home to, make money. But if you want to make some money on top of the home going up 3 to 5%, it's a great idea. Now, however, it is important to note that appreciation rates vary upon factors such as location, market condition, and economic trends. So the biggest thing with a home is the location. Second is the market condition, economic trends. But on average, homes go up 3 to 5% every year. And over the last couple of years with COVID, we have seen 30%, 40%, like just amazing appreciations. And just part two of the don't have to hack. The factors that impact your value of your home the most is, like I said, the location, a remodeled bathroom and kitchen, siding, and the overall maintenance of your home looks like current homes. So as long as your home is in a good location and you keep the bathroom, kitchens, and some of the sidings, and then it also looks like other homes in the area, you're fine. It's going to keep going up in value, okay? Now, I want to get into some rules real quick here. So before you do any kind of house hacking, okay, I strongly recommend you do your research. That's very important. Make it work on paper before you make it work in real life. I also want you to contact either your city or county, okay? Either your city or county you want to contact. The only reason I say that is because some communities have a HOA, some cities aren't zoned. There's just different red tape. And the last thing I want you to do is get all your house hacking planned and set up, and then later on find out that you can't do it. So before you house hack, okay, or get started, do your research. Like I said, contact your city or county to ensure compliance, local regulations, zoning, rental permits, HOA guidelines, authorities. So always do that, okay? That's just best practices. Make sure you're in compliance. Make sure you're following the rules. We don't want any trouble. You don't want them to shut it down, okay? So with that out the way, I think we can get into the first way to house hack, okay? Now, the easiest way to house hack and the first way would be buy a 2-unit property, or they call it a multifamily. And what's great about this one, if you can see this picture right here, see this picture here, is that you get a home, but it has 2 units. So you would live in one and then you would rent out the other. And that's the beauty of it. Now, multifamily is sometimes a little bit harder to find. It takes a little bit more patience. But if you can find a house, a house with 2 units, it's a win-win. And just so you know, lenders will give you credit for that second unit because they know you're going to rent it out. So they'll put that towards your debt to income, that you're going to have that extra income coming in. The only requirement is that they want you to have about 3 months of reserve. Some lenders may have 6 months of reserve, or it can be 3 months. Just a little bit extra money in your bank because it may take a second to find a tenant, okay? But buying a 2-unit or multifamily is an easy way to engage in house hacking. You can live in one, rent out the other, generate passive income, consider the location, financing, cash flow, property maintenance, and research, okay? Okay, so let's go to the next way to house hack, okay? Another great way to house hack is to start a home-based business or on the side. Yes. Starting a home business allows you to generate income from your residence. Choose a business idea, create a discovery workplace, attain any permits you may need, and then start operating your business. So there's a ton of different businesses you can start at home. You could do taxes, you can work remote, but having a little home-based business on the side, make extra money, have extra room, turn it into an office. So that's another way. And let's keep going here. And I like this one, and this is kind of what I'm working towards. You can use one of your rooms for a studio. You could do take pictures right here, or you can go something like this here and make a little music studio. So you can create a studio in one room of your home for music or photography, set up equipment, create a comfortable living place, promote your service, and manage your bookings. So another kind of way to start a little business, and this can be in a basement or maybe a garage. So that's another way to house hack. Have a little business. People come by, you take their pictures or record their music. And any other business, if you have extra space in your home, you can, make a little bit of income. And the next one, which I've used this when I go out of town. I've used Airbnb. I haven't used Vrbo yet, but I've always used Airbnb. And the thing about Airbnb is that it's short term. And what I like short term because sometimes it's just short term instead of long term. So platforms like Airbnb allow homeowners to list a space or a room for short bookings. And what I like about Airbnb is that you can rate them, they can rate you, and you can pick who you want to have as a guest. And I've used Airbnb in Chicago, Florida, Vegas, you name it. I have booked different places, condos, villas, and it's just a nice way to feel at home instead of being at a hotel sometimes. So you can do that with your home to make some extra income, okay? Let's go to the next one here. Now, this is a little bit more what I would call long-term. So you can rent out a room or have a roommate. So this is another way to house hack, but this one requires like a lease. And when it comes to a roommate, I mean, are you willing to compromise a little bit? But that's a great way to generate income. I mean, you could charge, whatever, you decide or agree on for that space. And that can really reduce your mortgage or allow you to save that extra money. So that's another way. This is more long-term now. So when you have a roommate or you rent out a room, it could be long-term, okay? So that's long-term income, okay? Let's get into the next one here. Now, I like this idea. Rent out your basement, and that could be short-term or long-term. When we went to Toronto, we actually stayed in the basement. A lady remodeled her basement, and she had 2 doors, and she literally cut her basement in half and had 2 units. Interesting. So you could always remodel your basement or refinish your basement and use that as either short-term or long-term or living space. You just put a kitchen down there and a bathroom, and voila, you can do that. So that's a great way to make money. And what I like about the basement is that normally people can go up and down, and you could probably block off, your part of the house. So they just go in and out as they please, and you don't have to be bothered. So let's go to the next one here. Now, this is what we do right now, and I've been doing this for about a couple of years, and it's pet sit. So we don't have any pets, so people pay us through Rover, to watch their animals, and to me, it's great. You get to have a dog for a couple of days, and you get paid. You get to walk them, and some are really fuzzy and nice. So I like this, and we actually do pretty good. So with Rover, you earn income by pet services, and most people just drop them off. It's kind of like Airbnb. It's an app. You see them, they see you, you decide to accept it. They come, and they pay on the app, and it's all secure. The app has a little bit of insurance for the dog. I've never had a problem, but this is another great way you can make money with your home and get to enjoy pets. And that's what I like about house hacking, because this can be exciting and fun. You don't necessarily have to consider it work. I consider it as passive income. You have your 9 to 5, and then you have your side gig, a way to earn some extra money and really level up. So let's go to the next one here. Now, I like this one too. You can rent out your garage for storage. Now, this is great. If you have a 2-car garage, but only 1 car, you can rent out the other half for storage here, for stuff here, storage, So rent out your garage for storage is a house hacking strategy to generate passive income with unused space in your home. So it's another great way, And again, if you want to use your garage for a studio or bang out there, it's your home. So as long as it's, you're within the rules of your city ordinance, you can do that. So I like this idea too. Now, I have seen this in my neighborhood where a couple of homes, they have units on top of the garage. I've seen this a couple of times here. So I've seen it, and a couple of people now I've seen this in the neighborhood. So Some of it come like this, and some of it, someone in the past put an addition. So you can build a addition or an apartment on top of your garage. And building this, basically you create living space and rental opportunities. Now, what's cool about this is that you still get to use your garage as normal. And then up here is, money, see? Now, it may not work everywhere, but that's another consideration. And if you're looking for a home, sometimes it's good to be looking out for these things. If you're out here, don't have a home, you start looking at the basement. You start looking at the different rooms. You can kind of see that vision. Okay, I'm going to do this and that and that. Okay. So if you don't own a home yet, these are great ideas that you could use. And here's another one that I like here. So let's say you have a couple of acres. Like you have a couple, acres on your land. You could build a small tiny house. Now, these tiny houses are getting more and more popular. I hear people asking about them, and it's just something people are interested in. People want tiny houses. So if you own some land, like you have a big backyard or out in the country, you could consider building a tiny house on your property. A tiny house is very small, affordable. And what you could do with this is maybe some Airbnb, because I've seen a lot of tiny houses on Airbnb. It's not something long term, but people come in town, they're looking for a cheap place to stay. They stay in your Airbnb, they stay in your tiny house, and then they leave. So if you have some space or a big backyard, consider a tiny house. Why not? So let's keep going. Another way, this is a good way if you're already a current homeowner, okay? And you would rent out your current home, and then you would buy another primary, okay? And let me explain why you do it this way. If you stay in your current home and just buy an investment property, your down payment is going to be anywhere from 15 to 20% plus your closing costs. But if you take your current home, turn that into a rental, and then buy a primary, your down payment is only 5% plus closing costs. It's a lot cheaper. So, and also, a lot of times, if you're a first-time home buyer, your first home was your starter home. It may not be that, your forever home. So usually starter homes make great rentals, okay? They're fixer-uppers, they're affordable, they're a little bit smaller, and your forever home usually won't probably make a great rental because it'll be a lot more expensive. Your forever home is like where you go all out, So you could always, rent out your current home, purchase another primary, and then you generate rental income from your previous home. A primary is a conventional loan, required 5% down plus your closing costs. So that's another great way to make money. And I love the picture here. Like this could be your first home here, and then you rent this one out, and then you build a new one, whatever. So I love that. And then another way is just to buy a investment property, okay? And I've got some more videos coming out on this, so you can just buy an investment property. So a great way to get into the real estate game is just to buy an investment property. A down payment is around 15% of the purchase price along with your closing costs. And it's a great way to earn income and build wealth. It's a great way. And I'm going to go more into that in a little bit, okay? Yeah, sorry about that. So I want to talk here on how to become a millionaire with real estate. Okay, this is the good stuff here. So let's go over here first. Let's go over here. So we know that homes go up in value, right? And we call that appreciation, right? And we know that homes generate cash flow. Okay. So what you do, and this could work with your current home, work with a second home. It can work with different homes. I want you to get the concept down, okay? Get the concept down. So you get one home right here. You get one home. With that one home, it's going to go up in value every year. So it's going to go up. And on top of going up, it's going to pay you $500 a month, okay? Now let's go over here. So in 5 years and times 12 is 60 months. 500 times 60 months is $30,000. And that's just straight math. So if you could save that $30,000, right? You save that $30,000, okay? And let's say you go to SoFi, you shop around, and you look for places with the highest, API, because you're going to be saving that money. And it's not only going to be earning interest for you. So this number would actually be a little bit more, if you put it in that, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to be a millionaire, okay? Let's go to the next one here. So, we're becoming a millionaire with real estate. I'm going to teach you the game here. So, now remember when I told you you're getting $500 a month? Now, I'm just going to be conservative here. So you're gonna keep an extra $100 for yourself. Because there's some maintenance, some expenses, things happen. But let's just say you started with $500 and every month you put $400 into the bank, and you got that 1.25. That's the current rate on deposits. Okay. So you would have in 5 years $25,000. Okay, and this is the chart to show you. Okay, so what do you do with that $25,000? You would take that $25,000 and you would buy another one. So remember we started with one? Remember we had one up here, right? So we have one here. We still got one. So you take the $25,000, you buy another one. And when you buy another one, now you're getting 500 plus 500, which is $1,000 a month. Plus these homes are all going up in value. And I wanted to show you this too. If I can go over here real quick here. Can I go over here? And this is just the example. What I'm breaking down now is the appreciation part. I'm breaking that down. So we're just going to be conservative here, okay? Just conservative. So you bought a home for $100,000 and, you put, let's say 15% down. That's like the minimum. And then it appreciated at 5%. And the home now is worth $127. And that goes here. So what happens, and that's conservative. So the home now is worth, $30,000 more, plus you've got $500 every month, which is $30,000. That's $60,000. So, what else pays you every month plus goes up in value? The only other thing I can think about is maybe a stock, but a stock or a mutual bond doesn't pay you every month. It's every quarter. So you see how that works? And the hardest part is getting your first one. People always say that it's hard to make your first million. It's easy to make your second million. And the reason that is that once you have money, you have options. So once you have your first rental property, and it working, you have options. If that one rental property blows up, sometimes you get a home in a nice area and they build a Walmart, a Starbucks, and the sewer district, everything blows up, you could sell that one. I call that cashing out. Take the proceeds and put 20% down on two properties. You see what I'm saying? Or you just keep taking your rent every month and stacking. When that rent gets high enough, then you do the same thing and buy another property. But you get the point here. Now, if you was to do this, let's just say 3, 1, 2, 3, that's $1,500 a month. Plus, these homes are going up. And every year you look at the homes, and if you see one of your homes really go up in value, for whatever reason, you may want to cash that home out by selling it and buy 2 more. And that's how you build your portfolio up. And before you know it, you have so many properties, so much money, you quit your regular job. But it always starts off, as something kind of passive. So when you're house hacking, I recommend probably saving, the majority of that money so you can buy an investment property and really start leveling up. And I'll make some more videos about investing and things like that. But that's basically how you become a millionaire, through real estate. And you don't have to take a course. You don't have to pay any money. I mean, they want to teach you these things. Half that stuff is useless, okay? This is how you do it. Now, that concludes the presentation. Do you have any questions, any concerns? If you have questions, leave me a comment below. If I missed something, if you have another great strategy, let me know. And I want to read this to you real quick here. I want to read this. And I just love these closing remarks here. Okay, the good news is house hacking can apply to anyone. Whether you are a current homeowner or looking to buy in the future, consider the opportunity. You have to pay your mortgage regardless. So why not make some extra money? Current homeowners, if you can find a way to generate passive income with your current home, first-time home buyers, when you're out house hunting, see the potential that you can turn your house into. Remember, whatever you do, make sure you plan carefully and budget. I hope you liked this video. I really enjoyed making it. Consider subscribing, subbing to this channel. Let me know what you think. Are you house hacking now? How is that working out? Or are you planning a house hack? Let me know. Comment below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Thanks.